video regarding the Gulu jump starter to my Tech Talk channel. I love that jump starter. I got it for a good sale. I talked about it on my previous videos here, and I'm going to let you see the link below so you can check it out if you want to. It's just a quick video, like 5 minutes, talking about that jump starter and showing it jump start the dead battery on the Nissan. So yeah, I'll just be honest, I had a rough day, and with everything being uncertain or whatever in life, it's also not just that, but just I'm just gonna be real. My mind goes off like the different directions, and I've always had ADHD issues, and a lot of people out there go, well, if you have something one moment, you don't the next, then you don't have it. But that's not true. That's not the way it is. It doesn't affect you that way. It's not like you've got control over what it, when I've always had ADHD, and kind of like obsessive over certain things, and my brain won't shut up about these things, and certain topics and certain things, and it's like maybe I need to try to meditate to let my brain focus, because when your brain's going all over the place to these different things, distracting you, and your mind is always going. I guess the internet doesn't help that at all, because a lot of people out there have an internet addiction and other types of things, an addiction to other types of media or social media addictions, things like that. People have those addictions. My brain is like, and I guess the internet has made us more so that way, but I'm just being real here, that my brain is like, and always goes back that direction again, and it's like, darn it, focus, 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 focus. And males have a hard enough time focusing as it is, right? But then it's like when your brain is actually, I've always had the ADHD since I was little. Teachers used to say that I was just faking it. I remember when I was little, one time they were trying to do a spelling bee, prepare for a spelling bee, and I was sitting there quietly, and I didn't even know I did it. And I said, this boy couldn't spell boat, and she said, spell boat, and he said, B. And I just blurted out, OAT, and they said, that's it, go to the principal's office. And the principal she was mean, very hateful, and she didn't like me because our parents weren't well-to-do, and they didn't have the money like everyone else had, so they wanted me to get out of that school, pretty much, because we weren't like everyone else there, ritzy, and but they only afforded to send me to those schools for a very short period of time, and then I went to public school. But that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I have that attention issue where my brain's always wanting to go back to a certain particular topic or a certain thing, and I'm obsessive over that particular topic, and I can't focus on what I need to focus on. It's like, focus already. And I'll be making videos. It's like I have all these different things and talents and stuff, and I enjoy doing voice impressions, voiceover sketches, and making skits and sketches. I did a freestyle rap the other day when I felt really well. I did, what else was it? I wrote a short story. I've written poems and songs, and I even wrote like this Western story out one time. But that's the way my brain is. It goes from one thing to the other, and or continuously focuses on one particular topic. I'm not going to discuss what it is or whatever, but my brain is always focusing on one thing, and it's like, and then it goes in all these different directions, and it's like, and I think the internet has really done that to people's brains, because I see people, they're constantly just like this, and just focusing on the social media, and I'm not into the soch, get it? But this is pretty much what I do, like YouTube here, that's it. Everyone else you see out there, they're constantly doing something. They don't they find other ways to get by. They're always making either exclusive content, or they're doing something explicit content, or they're out there doing pornographic type of content, stuff like that. It's like, well, I'm not going in that direction. And everyone else out there, you see their channels grow that way because they're always doing something suggestive or whatever. But everywhere you look, people are constantly distracted by their social media, or they're involved in this technology, and you see that everywhere. And it's like people are constantly doing something somewhere that's you see people making explicit content everywhere, or society is, a lot of times society is really thank goodness I'm not self-obsessed. I don't mean that, but you see a lot of society out there so self-obsessed. It's like, but I don't know whether our brains are, well, I can't say it was the digital media, because since I was little, I've had that ADHD, an obsessive compulsive disorder, where I'll focus on one particular thing. And yeah, that's something that I go through. And it's a struggle to keep your brain in focus, and we're constantly being distracted by some sort of a breaking news, or a feed on Twitter, or something suggestive, so to speak. I'll just say suggestive. Or being distracted by these posts, and it sends your brain back there again, focusing on that same thing again, focusing on distractions again. And we live in a world where we're constantly being almost forced to be distracted, and we can't be in the here and now. And I think that's something in this new year, I need to try to focus on as well. And I've had a lot of emotional ups and downs, like recently. And thanks for the kind messages, by the way. I'm still going to post. I'm not done posting. I wish I had better lighting, but it's great lighting. It's just, well, I don't want to turn it up because I'm at 17%. But anyway. What was I going to say? Oh, we live in a world that's constantly being distracted, and it seems as though they want to keep people distracted that way, so we all can't focus on expansion, getting somewhere, And that's what I want to do in the new year. Let's focus. Let's try to, in the new year, let's try to be in the moment, and let's try to any sort of what am I trying to say? Any sort of emotional issues, or mental struggles, or addictions that you might have, or a mental distraction, or let's see, what's the word I'm trying to say? Like, no matter what type of thing you might be struggling with, we're gonna try to work on that this year. We've got to try to work on that. I've got the eye of the tiger, and I'm looking straight ahead for the future, and we've got to try to just move ourselves back into the moment, and try to meditate and focus mentally, physically, spiritually on improving yourself. And because we can do it, through and I'm trying to put this encouragement out there for anyone going through any type of struggles, whether it's emotional or social media addiction, or internet addiction. I'll say internet addiction, because internet addiction can imply constantly being distracted by posts, or social media, or or suggestive or explicit content, or going back into being distracted by the so-called news of the world, of what's around you, what's going on around you, or being distracted by something they want you to focus on, or people are constantly out there focusing on the latest TikTok, whether you're out there focusing on the latest TikTok trend or the latest YouTube social media star, or I know that sounds hypocritical because I'm trying to grow my channel, but you see a lot of people out there who post explicit content, and everywhere you look you see people making this explicit content, and other YouTubers like myself who try to keep their channels clean don't grow as much because that's the way YouTube seems to do as well. They don't, the algorithms don't let you seem to grow as much. Also, whether it's people out there you see bullying people for certain things, like how they voted or what they believe or anything like that. It's just ridiculous. And you see the state of the world that we're in today, and you can't let yourself get involved too much with that. We need to put ourselves back within and focus on God, focus on the Holy Spirit and positivity, and just what we gotta try to do is try to put ourselves in the here and now, and improve ourselves in the new year. So excuse me, whatever. I kind of wanted to make a vague video where it was encompassing many different things that you might be struggling with, but whatever you might be struggling with mentally, whether it's an obsession, an obsessive compulsive disorder, whether it is a ADHD, a constant distraction, or an addiction to anything on the internet, for example, whether it's social media, explicit content out there, or you're addicted to reading the news or reading posts, or constantly trying to keep yourself. I see people out there trying to keep themselves up to be like others, and you just can't do that. You see people out there doing that, and you just want to try to. We're going to try to focus in the new year. Everyone needs to, on a healthy mindset, and let God guide, just like God guide. And we're going to fall short. Yeah, I'm going to fall short. You are going to fall short. We're all going to make mistakes and decisions that we wish we'd have done this differently or that differently or whatever. I wish I'd have made this turn or that turn, or I wish I had not done this or watched that or said this or said that, or wish I hadn't have gone that direction or path in life. And I wish but the past, hindsight is always 20/20, and as the old saying goes. And I guess people out there have spoken to me saying, I've had people online I've spoken to are going through struggles and going through various struggles, internet addictions, whatever they're going through, and they'll say that they can't get out of it, but they can't get out of that mode and mindset. It's like, but we've got to work together in this world to try to. Bottom line, we got to work on ourselves and improving ourselves to help others out. And what else was I going to say? If we need to take time off to ourselves, but also put ourselves out there in ways to help others. Try to help others when you can, and it could be a beautiful world if we all work together, help each other out. And you see so many people that will, for example, days ago there was a person drowning, and they were on top of a car, and instead of calling 911, from what it appeared, they were taking a video. It's like, really, that's the state of this world. And secondly, everyone around them was also taking a video instead of doing the humane human thing, and what many of us would have probably done and just jumped in and tried to help this person. They got on social media and they posted online. Everyone is always looking for something to put online, and I guess I'm guilty of that as well, where I'll say, oh, I want to take a nice picture of that, I'm going to send it to the news, I'm going to send that on social media, I'm going to put that on Twitter. We all do that to an extent, but not when it's down to helping out your fellow human being. I mean, come on. But people are constantly putting their addictions in front of their own need their own. How am I trying to say this? People are basically addicted to the internet and whatever. And I myself included am guilty of being addicted to the internet. But we've got to try to not have ourselves become dependent on something being like an extension of ourself. That's what people are doing. And it's, and I, for one, I've been going through a lot of the anxiety, depression, darkness, and ups and downs of emotional roller coaster. And oddly enough, they say, well, not really oddly, but the internet can do that. Whether it's various people's addiction to various media, or whether it's people's just addiction to the internet in general, but it can have an effect on the brain, basically. And also they say Wi-Fi and cell phone signal, the frequencies, people were off grid, so to speak, or unplugged. That's the word, unplugged. And they unplugged themselves and felt better because the frequencies were affecting them. And I often wonder how much it's affecting our emotions, our mental state, and constantly having to check your devices, or constantly looking online to post something that's like, hopefully people see this, or people do that out there a lot. And or whether it's people out there addicted to just internet media in general, the internet, whether it is just something simple or explicit content, the reward centers in the brain, that's what I'm trying to say, the reward centers in the brain of people trigger, and it releases the dopamine, and then visual people out there have to have this visual stimulation all the time. And I, for one, I have a problem as well with sodas. I like Mountain Dew. I like my Pepsis, my colas, I like my sweet drinks, and sometimes my snacks. And I've got to try to get in that mindset to not need those things and try to drink more water and juices like apple juice. And I love apple juice. I drink a lot of that, but we've got to try to be healthier, and not just healthy minds, but healthy bodies. And that's what we're going to do for the new year. And cheers to you all, hopefully, for being healthy. High five. Whether you're struggling with an addiction to internet media, basically I'll just say that, which encompasses many different things. Internet media, or social media, or the constant news, or notifications, or screens in general, or you are just addicted to sodas, drinks, Cokes, Mountain Dews, things like that, sweets, anything you might be struggling with. We've got to try to put that aside and change our mindset so we can be better for the new year. That's all I've got to say. And I, for one, go through a lot of my mind goes through a lot of that emotional roller coaster, and the darkness, depression, anxiety, and the emotion that happens. And it's a real thing. People in the past used to say, well, just suck it up, but it's not that easy. And like I stated, I'm going to try to be back with more videos. And I love you all. I love being real. I love being candid about what I'm dealing with. I love being able to share on this channel. Anyway, I jump-started the Nissan a little while ago with the Gulu Jumpstart. That's a weird name. Sorry, that's a weird name. Gulu sounds like something out of like a fantasy novel or a fantasy show or something. But Gulu, Gorgon, Gulu the Great. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I forgot to do any tapping most of the time, didn't I? But I'll do that for another video. I I will. But for those telling me to take time for myself, the time that I needed, I appreciate it. You all are first. You are important, and may the Lord bless us with a light of a positive new year. And it's weird because it feels like 2020 just happened, and it feels like this is just like this is a long 2020. That's what it feels like. 21 and 22 are just like what, literally what? We just did a 2019, people. It's weird, very weird. It feels like we just ended that, but yeah. Oh well. I've been dehydrated a lot. My mouth is dry, my throat's dry, and all that mess. And it's like, throat's been sore and stuff. That has not been pleasant. That's not good. But I've told some of the recent stories and stuff on my channel, and I will bring more stories very soon. I've got some pictures to share. Pictures. What are pictures? Pistons? No. What are pictures? Pictures. What are pictures? I'm not going to take the time to make an entire other video to edit this out, but I've got some pictures that I want to share very soon. But whatever you're dealing with, just know you can overcome it, and know we're going to get through these crazy times together. And just focus, meditate, and focus yourself on being preoccupied with the here and now, and occupy yourself with positive things, and try to make this a positive year and manifest great things for yourself and others, because we're going to get through all the craziness together. Sweet dreams, my beloved subscribers. I love you all.